I was gone.
You should put this as a shot here like this.
Did you
And
ever
then
notice?
it should be like us singing Goodbye LA, but then after.
Finally got my student visa back in the mail, and then I said bye to every single one of my friends, which was heartbreaking but fulfilling, and then I got a haircut from Kez. And then my flight at 7 in the morning, but we left the house at 3:30 in the morning, and I spent that entire night before crying instead of packing, so I had to pack at the last minute. And then I ended up overpacking, so then I had to get rid of things at the last minute. And then I said bye to every single one of my family members except for my mom because she was coming with me, and here's how that went.
I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna say bye.
Group hug. Bye, Ellen.
Well, bye.
Bye, guys. Oh, bye.
Mom, you're coming with me.
And then I realized all the things that I left at home, which include my favorite blue overalls, my lactate pills, a bottle of contact solution, my period cup, and all my fucking jewelry. And you guys know I'm a whore for my earrings. And then we made it to our layover in Montreal, Canada, and it was my first time in Canada.
In Montreal, we're close to Nagaraya Falls.
Nagaraya. Nagaraya.
Nagaraya garlic flavor.
This woman is crazy.
And then I had Subway, baby, which is pretty good. It was like Canadian style edition type thing. And then I had these chips, like Canadian flavored, called Spicy Sun Ketchup, which tasted like mild chili. And then I had ginger ale, naturally.
Tous les passagers doivent déjà être embarqués.
And then my mom and I got on our flight to Milan, and then we had tiny wines with our dinner, and then I did my makeup the morning of as if I had always looked like that, and then I messaged a few friends in terms of like everything I was feeling at that moment, and it helped a lot with like clarity and putting things into perspective. And then I journaled about whatever I was feeling, just everything, everywhere, all at once, and then we landed. My mom and I stayed in a hotel just for that one night since my program would start the next day, so here's a little room tour of that.
I pooped and I didn't know what this was, but it's actually a bidet. So what you do is like if you have to shit, you shit in there, and then you wash in there. I thought it was a mini sink.
Then my mom and I went out for dinner. She took some photos of me, and I took some photos of her, and we just went to this regular type of fast food restaurant. But I realized it was the first time that we'd ever had dinner together, just the two of us. So yeah, that's pretty nice.
Hotel breakfast.
Yes.
And it's like familiar giving. I don't know. This is what I got. Mom got bye to hotel room that we stayed in for one night. Yahoo! Now we're gonna taxi to my actual apartment and then move in. Yahoo!
Yahoo!
And then my mom and I arrived at my room, so here's a little room tour. So that's my desk, and then next to that is this huge ass window, and then next to that is, I swear to God, a 15-foot tall closet where I have to use that thing to reach the stuff that's hanging at the top. And then that's a cool and conveniently placed mirror. And that's my mom on the bed. And then we walk a little bit, go through this weird space that leads to the bathroom, which also has a cool bidet situation. What's up, girl? And then that's my shower, and yes, I know my bathroom's extremely yellow. And then we went to this program-wide aperitivo where we passed through a literal castle just in a park. And so here are some really bad shots of that.
Hello? So pretty.
And then it was aperitivo time. We got served prosecco, and we ate a bunch of little snacky type thingies, which were all good. I know my plate doesn't make it look good, but it was good. It was filling, it was fulfilling. It was my dinner, and then after that, we just walked home. And yeah, that was my day for Monday. And this was Tuesday, my first day of orientation. Here's me wearing what I usually would wear. And this is Duomo, my first time seeing it in person. Fucking beautiful. At this point, I just wished I was like a funnier or conversationally creative person to talk to, or just at least memorable. And then for lunch, I went to this pizza place with like 10, 12 other people, and then the waiter gave us 2 free shots each. Slay! And then I unpacked that night, both physically with my clothes and shit, but also emotionally with my friends through text. Girl, you gotta choose one. You know you can't multitask. So I chose the one of unpacking my clothes. And that was my night and my day, wow, for Tuesday. So I wanted to film the rest of this week a little bit differently, and so I started by getting pasta for the first time in Italy, and I went by myself and I had some wine with it. Slay. And then I wanted to romanticize my life a little bit more, so I went to the park to journal. And then I realized when I sat down that I was 10 minutes late to my first academic-related event, which was painting and sipping wine with my Italian professor. And then here is my bed being made. Thank you, room service. Wow. And then that's the painting I made. Dandelions. And then I read this cool graphic novel, and then we had dinner as like a building, like the people in my building, which is like, there's 13 of us, I swear. And then we got free pistachio shots. Pretty good. Yeah. And then after that, I ended the night by just doing my skincare, which is the first time I'm doing it routinely ever, being in Italy. And then, I don't know, just singing in my bathroom, which I realize is like one of my biggest ways of like coming back to myself at the end of the day and like being grounded. And it's fulfilling. I love it.
Yeah, I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me.
Thursday was okay. I just had orientation in the morning, then did nothing in my room for a few hours, and then went to church here for the first time with my mom. And then literally 10 minutes after coming home from that, I went clubbing here for the first time with some girls in my building. And I'm just going to read what I wrote in my journal that night because I can't explain it any other way. I was so sad in church and on the way home because I felt out of place, because mom was belittling me, introducing me as I look 12 years old, but I'm actually 20. And then I continued to feel out of place with those girls. I hate this feeling. I hate in between. I feel that I don't belong anywhere. Making friends here is so hard. I feel deeply alone. What makes it worse is that I'm not secure with myself, so I truly have no one.
They're playing my favorite song ever. Who told them to do this?
Pitch black, I'm on the opposite side of the fence, sneaking out for a kiss, yeah. Just to tell you I like you, there ain't nobody like you. Who you gonna dance with? Who you gonna dance with? Who you gonna dance with?
Una pizza frita! Ah! You know, I used to complain that I eat pizza every day. Now it's fine. I'm okay. Also, I brought 0 lactate pills with me and I'm chilling. I'm vibing. Hey, yeah.
Let me see the things you got hiding in it. Cupid got us fucked up, drawn hearts on my skin with our initials in it. Ain't it nice out here in the baseball field when we're alone? Press your lips against my neck. With me, you don't pretend like with your girlfriend. She's nice, but she's not me. She's nice, but she hates me. You date me, I'm just playing. Didn't mean to say that. Sometimes kids say the dumbest things, but if you're down, then so am I. I can't lie. Who you gonna dance with? Who you gonna dance with? Who you gonna dance with? He's the only one on my mind. He's the only one I call when I'm feeling reckless.
Wag mong bigyan ng pamasahe, dudukutin na naman.
Katulad na Pilipinas, 4, 5.
Oo, yan.
Amuri, amuri e chi m'ha fatto fare e m'ha fatto farina gran pazzia. Lo padre nostro mai fatto scordare è la meglio parte di l'Ave Maria amori, 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 amori.
How was it?
Amori, amori, amori. E aún t'hai vista e t'hai amata tanto. Pari che mi facisti la magia. Crescisti come l'erba di lo campo. Crescisti bella per amare a Amori, 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 amori.
So that was my first week studying abroad. My apologies because it's actually so all over the place, and the vibe kept switching up too. She's a lot. Not gonna lie, this video has been hard to make, and I just didn't want to keep it to myself anymore. Like, I want it off my hands. I felt stuck in life, and this video was a physical manifestation of the fact that I struggled to let go of things. I know I objectively did a lot of cool shit that first week, but mentally I was not there. I wasn't present. I was preoccupied with thoughts that pained me, and I let those get to me. I had so much time to think on my own, and I was socially withdrawn and observant as fuck. Throughout that week, I was realizing how my mom will not let me grow up, and drains me of my personhood. She's the type to call me piccola, or small, even though I've told her multiple times that I'm not that. She's the type of friend to make fun of you, and consider that as bonding. I thought to myself, shit, is this how insecure people act? I do not want to be like that. I miss my dad. I really wish I had watched Everything Everywhere with him before I left, because he reminds me so much of Waymond. And lastly, I'm grieving the loss of someone who didn't die, they just didn't want to be part of my life anymore. It's like they're punishing me for studying abroad and not happy for me. It's hard when you think you love a person, but hate the way they're treating you. I have a lovely friend of mine who texted me during my flight here in regards to leaving behind people who hurt you. It has resonated with me since then, and this is what they said. My advice is to pretend like they're dead or something. Have an incredible time in Italy. Make friends, eat gelato every day, go on walks by yourself, listen to podcasts, read weird novels, gain 5 pounds, have a one-night stand and regret it. Kiss an Italian girl in a white dress because you've had half a bottle of red wine that's supposed to be delicious, but you hate it. Take a weekend trip to a beach town alone if no one will come. Swim at night, and don't think about Los Angeles. It will be here for you when you get back. And if this thing with them is meant to happen, they will be here for you when you get back. Life is yours, and yours alone to play with and enjoy. Thank you, friend. I remember that week, I journaled every night. That last entry I had is from that Sunday of coming back to Milano from Firenze. This was the last sentence that I wrote. Overall, I'm quite unhappy in my core. I hope to get my footing, belonging, self-assurance, confidence, strength, courage. Love always, Leslie. And I think that's why I love Firenze so much. And I could not have gone there at a better time. In Firenze, I felt small, but not in the sense that I was diminished, minimized, or patronized, but in the sense that the world grew bigger, it expanded, and that I grew with it too. I became more whole. I didn't forget about or ignore how I had been feeling unloved that past week. I just put it into context of what I had already accomplished so far. I'm reminded that I accept the love I think I deserve. I'm reminded that I'm alive to experience all of it. Beauty, love, loss, and pain. To experience entirety as much as I can. Tutti I passi che ho fatto nella mia vita mi hanno portato qui ora. Every step I've taken in my life has led me here now. At this point in time that I'm doing this voiceover, weeks later, I can confidently say that it does get better with time.